It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC East foes. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets, and it's coming up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game, because it actually affects the crowd as well? That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Zerline set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
They run the option on second down. And holding in maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. Rifles one incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Allen going to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off, let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return is Gibson. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ball again on 2nd down. They juked him, and just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
This is 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir. 39 yards. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 yards to go, second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Here's Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns and trying to help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They need 12 here. It's third down. They run the counter with Cook. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tough roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one the snowplow game in New England when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Was that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but touchdown Jets! Garrett Wilson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Allen now on first down. And going for Hamlin, but this is intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On first down, Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Second down and 6 now. Again, it's Cook. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Allen again. This taken in by Kincaid. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a 2nd and 2. Allen off the play fake. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, Oh, yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw is Rodgers. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They'll run with Hall. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Hall again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Final 90 seconds here. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Allen. That is caught by Shakir.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Allen. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This is 1st and 10. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. For that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.